Okay, so last time we discussed about the tensile capacity for the rupture and yielding for those um bolted connection. Now we are going to consider the welded connections. Okay, so its capacity, no? So the capacity of this force, the maximum force that you can apply, now if the tension members is bolted, welded connection. So you have four case to consider here. Okay, so case 1, all elements are connected. So lahat ng elements ay connected. Okay, so usually plates yun, class. Plates. Yung mga all element are connected. Kasi mahirap i-weld mo yung angle bar, no? Unless na this is your, let's say this is your angle bar. Okay. So dito mo siya i-connect sa member na to. Okay, so itong element lang nito ang naka-weld. Unless meron ka pa ditong isang member, no, na i-connect mo siya. No, basta all elements are connected, automatic case number 1 siya, or yung shear log factor niyan class, no, from this table, 1.0. Just like the bolted connection. Okay, so we discussed now if all elements are connected, therefore 1.0 ang shear log factor. Okay, so now same case with the with the welded elements. So if all welded elements are connected, therefore, the shear lag factor is 1.0. So what are the other case? Itong case number 2. All tension members except, okay, and H where tension load is transmitted to sub, but not all the cross-sectional elements by fasteners or by longitudinal welds. Ito yung longitudinal welds. Okay, so when you say longitudinal welds, yun yung parallel. These are longitudinal welds. Now, if your uh, one element is connected by longitudinal welds, so you are going to use case number 2 dito. Okay, so 1x over L. Pagka connected siya ng longitudinal welds. Pero pag wala akong nakitang longitudinal welds, okay, so where tension load is transmitted by transverse weld to some but not all of the cross-sectional elements, if your cross-sectional element, if the element is only transferred through transverse welds, and therefore, you use case number 3. Ito yon, pag transverse weld lang. Okay, ito class, regardless kung may transverse weld dito o wala, basta may longitudinal welds, automatic case number 2. Pero pag walang longitudinal welds, yan class, transverse weld lang ang meron, case number 3. Okay? Pero if that is connected with longitudinal welds only, na plate ha, na longitudinal welds lang, okay? So, plate na longitudinal welds lang ang ginamit, plates where tension load is transmitted by longitudinal welds only, therefore, you are going to use these 3 values of the shear lag factor. Okay? Ito pala ang shear lag factor mo dito, 1.0. So, ito lang may formula. Case number 2, transferred by some elements are transferred by the longitudinal welds. No? So, dito class, pag number 4, ito na yung may formula. Rather, may values, hindi siya formula. Okay? Transmitted by longitudinal din, but plate ang tinitignan natin. Okay? Though one element lang siya, class. One element. Pero ang ginamit natin is longitudinal welds. Okay? Dito kasi, sabi dito, all tension members is transmitted directly to each of the cross-sectional elements by fastener or welds. Pero yung welds na tinutukoy dito, if plates ang tinutukoy, ha? Okay? So, it should have also, no, yung transverse and longitudinal. So, kapag transverse and longitudinal welds ang ginamit natin, plate ha, plate. Okay? Kapag plate siya, guys, tapos, let's say we have a plate, transferred siya through longitudinal welds and transverse welds. So, automatic, both longitudinal and transverse ang ginamit natin class. So 1.0 yan. Case 1 or use 1.0. Okay? But if only transverse welds, 1.0 pa rin naman. Okay? Pagka transverse welds lang ang ginamit, no? Ayan, no? All tension members with tension load is transmitted by transverse weld to some but not of all of the elements. Okay, so I hope na-gets nyo itong apat na case na class. So, presented naman siya dito. Okay, yung different cases. Okay, so let's try to solve problem number 1. Okay, so for, yan, a 12 by 200. So, how do we read this is a plate. Pagka binigyan ka class ng 12 by 200, it means thickness of the plate and the width of the plate. So this one, 200 millimeters. So A36 is steel. So A36, 36 KSI. So the value of Fy approximately 248 megapascal. And Fu is 400 megapascal. It is used as a tension member as shown to determine the total service load, dead load plus live load, if the live load is 4 times the dead load. Use LRFD and use ASP. So we have to solve first the capacity neto, yung force, no, En, and then after that, use LRFD to calculate the PU, and that PU for LRFD, diba, that is the combination of dead load plus 1.6 of live load if we are after for that load combination, no? But for ASD, it should be the combination of the service loads. Dead load plus live load lang po siya. For ASD, no? DL plus LL. Then, for LRFD, we use factor loads. If we have dead load and live load, we use 1.2 dead load, and then for live load, 1.6. But mamaya na natin siyang gawin. Let's solve first its capacity. Capacity as a tension member with welding connection. So we're not solving the capacity of the welds. That's a different topic, no? So connections yun. So connections na yun discuss. But we're just solving the capacity of a tension member in terms of yielding and rupture. So we have to solve the yielding capacity and the rupture strength nito. Diba, ano bang formula natin ng yielding? FYAG lang. Yung rupture, PN nun is FU AE. Okay? Eh, di ba, kinukuha natin yung AE gamit na AN times shear lag factor. Okay, area net. Paano ba natin kinukuha yung area net? Di ba, area net is equal to area cross minus yung butas ng hole. Okay, area ng holes or kung may staggered. Eh, wala naman tayong area ng holes dito. For a welded connection, the area of cross is just equal to the area of net. So, let's solve yung mga different cases na yun. Okay, so for this plate, so the area of gross is, of course, perpendicular to this force applied. So we have 200 millimeter times the thickness of the plate. Take note ha, pag nagbibigay ng plate class, thickness yung isa doon. Pero pag standard section yan from AISC, okay, from AISC, for example, we have W section of 350 by 50. Okay. Ang ibig sabihin nito class is yung depth, yung D. Okay. May discrepancy siya minsan may decimal sa mismong table, pero dyan lang nag-range yan. So, ito yung D, full depth. Saan ba yung full depth? Let's say for W section, wide flange. Ang full depth niyan is from top of the flange to the bottom of the flange. Yun yung dinidescribe doon. So, ano yung kasunod na value? Ito yung weight, yung bigat in kilograms per meters. That is the uniformly distributed load. So, you can convert that to Newton times 9.81. Okay? So, anyway, so we have to solve the area of the cross. So, 12 times 200. So, that is 2,400, which is also equal to the area of the net. Okay, so we now solve the shear lag factor because we need this later on for the rupture capacity or the rupture strength. Okay, so of course, this one is under case number 4. Why? Case number 4 and class because we have a plate Okay, plate na connected only using welds. You may read this, no? If we have a plate where tension load is transmitted by longitudinal welds only. But if you are going to have, for example, lalagyan natin to class, okay, ng, ayan, well dito, case number 1 na ito. Plate na transferred lahat. Or combined na class, welds, no welds, yung term dun sa case number 1, no? Connected by welds. All cross-sectional elements are connected by welds. No? So, case number 1, tanggalin mo siya. Case number 4, gawin mo siyang angle. Okay? Gawin mo siyang angle. Tapos, ito yung naka-weld. Yung isang side lang yung naka-weld yan, class, kasi nandun lang naman yung gasket plate. Case number 3. Sorry, 2 pala. Pag ginawa mong angle yan, okay, na may transverse, tanggalin mo yung transverse. You remove the longitudinal, transverse welds, longitudinal lock. Case number 2 pa rin yan. Okay, pero pag tanggalin mo yung longitudinal welds, palitan mo ng transverse welds lock. Okay, tanggalin mo to ha. Remove mo to. Remove. Okay. Remove. Yan. Ito na lang itira mo, transverse. Yun yung case number 3. Some of the elements are connected by transverse welds. Case number 3. Okay, doon sa ating table. Anyway, basahin nyo na lang to class. No? Kung medyo nalulos na kayo sa mga cases. Ito lang. Okay, intindihin nyo lang mabuti. Okay. So, now, let's solve uh, this problem. So again, this is case number 4. Okay, so we have to check if the values of, what will be the values of the shear lag factor among these 3 choices. So we have to compare the L and the W. So what is L? Okay, L is, basahin natin dito class. May definition naman yan dito. L is the length of the connection. Okay? Length of the connection. Yung weld, yung haba ng weld. Kung sa volts, binibilang natin siya uh, by per line of the direction of the force. So we get the L by total center to center lines. Okay? We get the L. How about for the welding? So the L is the length of the welds. Longitudinal welds. Now, um, if we have different length of the welds, different length, kapag magkaiba to class, yung haba nito, just get the average of the length, yung L dito. What is W? Width of the member. Okay, so that is width plate or plate width. Kasi itong case number 4, para lang yan sa plate, siya lang yung may W dyan. 'Di ba? Yung ibang the rest of the formula, walang W. Ano to? X bar lang to, tsaka L eh. X bar is the centroid of the eccentricity. Okay, so ito lang yung may W kasi para yan sa width of the plate. Okay, so which is 200 yan dito. Okay, so far, pantay naman class yung ating W dito. Hindi pala pantay. So sa figure lang na pantay pero 300 ito 200, hindi pala pantay. So we just get the average for the L. Okay, so average niyan class, 200 plus 300. Okay, so, hindi naman pala pantay ito sa figure. Okay, so, ayan, 200 plus 300 over 2. So we have 250 millimeters for the L and the W is 200. So, we compare, ito na pala, dito pala sa table. Okay, we compare if sino masatisfy niya dyan. So, of course, isa lang masasatisfy niya. Kasi sa unang case, L. Yung L ba is greater than ba siya doon sa 2 times the width? 2 times 200 is 400. Greater than ba yan? Hindi. Okay? Hindi niya na-satisfy to. X ka dyan, class. Okay? So, next. Yung 2 times W. Okay? So, 2 times W, 400. Okay? Greater than ba siya? Ito, 1.5 ng W is 300, ah. So, pag pinlat natin yung L dito, yung L natin is 250. Is that, is 250? Na-satisfy ba natin to? Yes, 400 is greater than 250. Eh, ito, na-satisfy ba natin to? 250 is greater than 300? Hindi rin. So, therefore, ito na yun, 0.75. Pero let's check, no? So, let's check. So, 1.5 ng W is 300 and this is your W, 200. O, yung L ba? Nasa gitna niyan. Yes, 300 is greater than 250. 250 is greater than 200. So, we satisfy the third condition. So, therefore, what will be the shear lag factor? 0.75 ang gagamitin nating shear lag factor dito. And that's it, no? We can now solve the value of the effective net area which you need you need for the calculation of the rupture strength. Okay? So shear lag factor times the area net. So we have 0.75 times net area. Okay, so which is also equal to the gross area. Kasi wala namang butas ito, class. Okay, so we have the area effective shear lag factor times the net area. That is 1,800 square millimeters. Okay, so then after that, you may now solve the ASD and LRFD, both yielding and rupture, ha? Yielding and rupture. Huwag kakalimutan, class. Yielding lang ang sinusolve ng iba. Rupture lang ang sinusolve. Okay, kasi you have to check both of the limit states. Okay, so for yielding muna tayo. And then later on, we'll solve for rupture strength. So for yielding, we have FYAG. FY is 248. Area ng gross is 2,400. So the answer is, dito naman sa sa rupture, FUAE, we substitute here, FY area ng gross. Okay, so we have 595.2. That is a nominal capacity. Then for this rupture, for the rupture strength, FUAE, so we convert this to kilonewtons. Okay, FUAE, so we have, 720 kilonewtons. Okay, so we have to solve the LRFD and ASD bago ka mag-compare. Baka mamili ka na agad dito kung sino smaller, hindi pa. Okay, so check mo na yung mga strength nila based on the LRFD and ASD. So for LRFD, so this yielding, we multiply it to what factor? Okay, ano nga ang factor nito for yielding? That is 0.9. Okay, so answer dyan is 535.68. Okay, now for rupture, we multiply this. Pag rupture is 0.75 of your PN. So answer here is 540. Tsaka ka na mamili kung sino yung governing na value dito for LRFD. So as we can see here, mas maliit si 535.68. So that will be the governing PN or capacity in terms of LRFD. But that is not yet the final question here. We have to solve the total service load, or you have to add the dead load and live load unfactored based on LRFD and ASD. Doon muna tayo sa LRFD. Okay, again, mag-govern dito is 535, no? Okay, so we are going to, since we want to identify the value of dead load and live load. So as per code, the capacity must be greater than or equal to PU. Okay, since we want to design the dead load and live load, we have to identify. So we just equate the capacity, LRFD capacity to the factored loads, which is, equate lang natin siya. Yan, no? Then, equate natin yung PU. So, to solve kasi yung PU from the external load, so that is 1.2 of the dead load, actual dead load, plus 1.6 of the actual live load. As for condition of this problem, this is only specific for this problem. Sabi sa problem, live load is 4 times the dead load. So, para maging isa yung unknown, dalawa kasing unknown dito class. So live load is 4 times the dead load. So, para ma-eliminate yung unknown, we can substitute the live load here. Yan. So, we can replace 4DL. Yan. So that we only have one unknown kasi may PU na tayo, which is equal to the capacity, 535. So, let's substitute. So, 535.68, okay, is equal to 1.2 dead load plus 1.6 of your live load, which is sinubstitute natin ng 4 times the DL. Okay, so with that, you can now solve the service dead load. Unfactored na siya, guys. No? So, solve mo lang natin yan, class. So, the dead load is equal to 70.484 kilonewtons. Okay? So, 70.484 kilonewtons. Dead load. How about the live load? Ito na gamitin mo. For the live load, that is 4 times the dead load. So, substitute lang natin. So, we have the live load is equal to 4 times the dead load. So, 4 times your dead load. So, the live load is equal to 281.937 kilonewtons. But the question here is the sum of the dead load and live load. I-add mo lang. Okay. Sum of the dead load and live load, 352.421 kilonewtons. That's it. That's your final answer. Okay. For LRFT. Okay. Sa iba kasi yung magiging sum ng dead load at saka live load pagdating ng EST because we do not use factors. Hindi tayo gumagamit ng factors, no? Now, let's solve for ESD naman. Okay. So, for ESD, ito yung ating figure. From the yielding and rupture, na-solve na natin to kanina. I-factor na lang, babawasan na lang natin tong nominal by the design strength or the allowable strength based on ASD. Now, for yielding, we divide this value by, ano nga yung divisor natin? For yielding, that is 1.67. So, you divide this value by 1.67. Okay? So, answer dyan class, 356.407. From yielding yan, no? From rupture, you divide this value by 2.0. So, answer dito is 360. And then now, select the smallest value, and that will be the governing capacity of the section in terms of AST. So, the governing capacity, select the smaller. So, that is 356 yung yielding ang nag-govern. But not always, ha? Baka mamaya, pag nagbago yung given, ito na yung rupture. Halimbawa, nagbago yung FY tsaka FU, possible ito na yung mag-govern yung rupture naman. Ay, hindi lagi yung yielding. Mamaya sa unang attempt mo, yung yielding nag-govern, but on your second attempt, rupture naman na yun nag-govern. No? So you have to check always no yielding and rupture. Okay? For attention member, no, you always have to check that. Okay, now, how do we solve the sum of the dead load and the live load? Now, since we are going to use this as to identify the sum of the dead load and live load, okay, so dead load and live load. Okay, so we do not use the factors. Okay, we do not use the factors. So therefore, ang sagot mo na pala class, sa sum ng dead load and live load or the total service load, yung nakuha mo dito. Yan na yun. Hindi mo na kailangan i-solve pa yung dead load. Hindi mo na kailangan i-solve yung live load, tapos ipag-add mo. Kasi ito na yun. Yun. Okay, kasi we do not use here factors. Unlike kanina class, sinolve pa natin yung service dead load, yung walang factors, sinolve pa natin yung service live load, tsaka lang natin sila pinag-add. Okay? So dito, hindi mo na kailangan gawin yun. Send siya na yun eh. But, if you want to solve the dead load, yes, pwede naman. Solve natin yung dead load class, solve din natin yung live load. Okay, again, the dead load, The live load is 4 times the dead load. Okay, so the live load, so we have 4 DL, and then DL na lang yung unknown, you substitute here. Okay, DL na lang yung unknown dito. So with that, you can now solve the dead load. Okay, so the dead load is 71.281 kilonewtons. Okay, and to solve the live load, 4 times the dead load. So, substitute mo dito. Okay, so you have 4 times 71.281. So the answer for the live load is 285.126. So that is the live load. Pag pinag-add mo yan, class, ito na yung lalabas. 356. Pag pinag-add mo yung dalawa na yan. Dead load and live load. Okay, kasi nga, yung nakuha mo na dito, sum of the service loads na yan. Wala naman kasing factor sa ano, sa ASD. Unless, meron kang earthquake tsaka wind. Doon na yung may factors. Sa earthquake, you divide the earthquake load by 1.4. So, yun yung... Okay, you may check the load combination from NSCP. No, chapter 2. So, andun yung mga load combinations. So, anyway, mostly naman, we just use dead load and live load lang, no? For this principle of T-steel design. Yun lang naman class, madadagdag sa pagdating sa plate. So you have to identify first yung kung anong case siya para malaman yung magiging shear lag factor. Minsan naman, kahit magkamali ka ng pag-identify ng shear lag factor, kung ito naman nag-govern, so wala namang effect yung AE mo, di ba? Swerte mo kung ito yung nag-govern. Pero what if ito nga yung mag-govern? So may effect yung pagkuha ng shear lag factor. Okay, so you all kasi the solution here is always check the yielding in the rupture. And then for rupture, you have to identify the AE which requires shear lag factors. No? That's it. No, how actually we just discussed here to solve how do we solve the shear lag factor for the well